You gotta let yourself fall apart. Falling apart is how we rebuild ourselves. But I feel like a lot of the time we refuse to do it. We know we need to let ourselves fall apart. We know we have to feel the pain, the frustration, all these things that are going wrong in our life. We don't know who we are. We are feeling lost in life. But the reason why we don't let ourselves fall apart is because of society, the way that we have been conditioned. Because especially as a man, we're taught that showing weakness, crying, letting ourselves fall, crumble is weak. It's a sign of weakness. But we have to understand that the foundations that we have, the person that we are, may not be the person that we're supposed to be, the person that we are meant to be. And letting yourself fall apart is how we rebuild from the ground up, because you may have terrible foundations. The values and morals that you have may be bad because you were taught at a young age certain things and now you don't agree with it. And now you're having these doubts. You don't know who you are anymore, and you have to understand that you have to let yourself fall apart. You have to let yourself feel, because a lot of the times we don't. We do not allow ourselves to feel and fall apart because we don't want to be seen as weak. We don't want to be seen as somebody who can't handle their emotions. We don't want to be seen as somebody who, oh, this person always cries, this person can't handle life. But understanding that letting yourself fall apart, it's like there's a house with bad foundation, and if you keep on building upon it, it's going to be a bad house. It's going to crumble once the storms come. And it's the same thing with your life. If you have bad foundations and things go wrong in your life, you will fall and crumble. But if you let yourself fall apart and you rebuild yourself from the ground up, that's how you have strong foundations. But you have to let yourself fall apart, because letting yourself fall apart isn't a sign of weakness, it's a sign of strength, because you know that you need to. You know that I'm not the person that I need to be. I'm not the person that I'm meant to be. And admitting that, saying that, is a sign of true strength, because you're saying, I'm not perfect. The way I was raised was not perfect. The person I am today is not perfect. And that is the meaning of true strength, admitting that you are not a perfect person. Because a lot of people, they can't admit to their flaws. They can't admit that, oh, I'm not the person I'm meant to be. And you need to fall apart. You have to let your life, let yourself crumble, because that's how you build yourself from the ground up, from the foundations. Because if you have bad foundation, if you never let yourself fall apart, you will keep building and building on this person that you don't even know who you are. And that's why you constantly feel lost. You feel like you don't know who you are. You don't know the direction you're going in, because you're building off of a bad foundation. And especially with feeling your emotions, it may feel like you're falling apart. It may feel like everything in your life is going wrong. But you have to let yourself feel, because feeling your emotions is one of the most neglected things, especially as a man. I don't know how other people are, but for me, for the longest time, I never truly felt my emotions, because I thought, okay, I have to put a strong face on. I have to act like every little thing in my life is okay. But when you do that, you bottle up your emotions, and one day they explode. And you may say things, burn bridges. There are a lot of consequences to when you finally explode, to when your emotions finally release themselves. So you can either intentionally fall apart, or one day you'll fall apart at the worst time, during that job interview, during that date, whatever it is. If you don't let yourself fall apart, you don't let yourself feel your feelings will come out eventually. They'll come out in ways that you want them to. That's intentionally falling apart, intentionally feeling the pain, getting through your emotions, or they will come out when you least want them to. On days where you can't hold it in any longer, on days where everything in life is going wrong, you can't hold on to that burden anymore, and it just comes out. You fall apart regardless if you want to or not. That's why you have to let it happen, because you fall apart no matter what. And if you don't feel your emotions, if you don't let yourself crumble intentionally, one day it's going to come back and it's going to destroy your life in ways that you couldn't imagine. That's why we have to let ourselves fall apart.